All right, Paul Mooney responds and he denies the claim that Richard Pryor's former bodyguard Rashad Khan, and I'll link that video in the description. He said that Richard put Richard put $1 million on Paul Mooney's head for sleeping with his son. Now, well, it's not clarified if Richard Pryor's son was 18 or older, or was he still an adolescent, child, or teenager, is what we need clarification on. And I'm going to talk about Richard Pryor's widow, what she had to say on Twitter as well. We back, Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate the love, support. I'll link that article, and I'll link Richard Pryor's widow's Twitter in the description under source links, and you can just check out all the tweets. She even tweeted out 1,000 things about it. And well, his publicist Cassandra Williams came out and said that Paul Mooney denies the claim. And if you don't know what happened, you see my video earlier. I'll link it in the description as well. Long story short, one of Richard Pryor's former bodyguards said that he wanted Paul Mooney dead. He put I keep saying 100. He put $1 million on Paul Mooney's head for sleeping with his son, Richard Pryor Jr. And he didn't like that, obviously. And at the end of the day, like I said in my video, it's always the old head snitching. You know, when money get funny or they need clout, they be the first ones to go over to Vlad TV, first ones to go over to Comedy Hype, which I'll link that interview in the description on the source link. They be the first one to open up about the 80s, the 70s, the 90s. And these kids don't be knowing nothing about what happened. If they let the past be the past, and, you know, I don't know what it benefits to Paul Mooney, or, you know, why he trying to destroy Paul Mooney. But I guess he coming out with a book or a memoir, you know, and Richard Pryor died in 2005, I think. So, you know, 15 years later, all of a sudden, he trying to get money. And when money get funny, these old dudes get to snitching, they get to telling, they get to all of that. But I said that in another video. I don't want to sound redundant, but, you know, Paul Mooney had his publicist come out. He should have came out, or he should come out and give a statement and say he did or did not do it, which he says he didn't do it through his publicist. But when your publicist doing all the talking, and then you got Richard Pryor widow on Twitter saying that you did it, like Richard Pryor Jr. confirmed that, you know, you did it, and she said it ain't her place to say, so that they should ask the now 58-year-old Richard Pryor Jr., was he a child or was he of age when Paul Mooney did something to him. And she also said on her Twitter that Paul Mooney been on the DL, and he was with another, I believe she said he was with another prominent Hollywood artist, and he been on the DL. He been bisexual or just on the down low. She said one or two. If you look through her Twitter page, she been speaking on it all night in between her Trump rant tweets as well. And, you know, it is what it is. Paul Mooney need to come out and address it with a statement or a gram post or a video post so we can see his emotions and his face and stuff of that nature. But like I said, these old dudes, when their money get funny, it's time to do something for clout. They do it at the right time. And at the end of the day, it ain't like Paul Mooney got so much great momentum. And I don't think people that know the inside of Hollywood would be that shocked if it was true. There's a lot of crazy stories that you hear about Hollywood, and a lot of people want Hollywood, but it really ain't for the faint of heart. It really ain't, you know, if you ain't trying to bend over backwards, literally, if you catch my drift, then it ain't really for you, you know. But it's a bad look on Paul Mooney, man. He an old man too. You know, you wonder why this dude is doing it now. I just assumed that money getting funny. But, you know, when people throw stuff out here like that, and then you got the widow saying that you did it, and y'all should ask for Richard Pryor Jr. about it. Now, if they offer him money to do an interview and his money funny or whatever, or he really want to open up about it, maybe not. He's an openly gay man, according to Richard Pryor's widow. He's openly gay. So if he want to come out and say Paul Mooney was of age, or he wasn't of age, or it didn't happen, or it did happen, he can come out there and really kill a lot of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he want to talk about it or not, but a lot of people wondering, did Paul Mooney touch him as a kid or as an adult, or if he did it at all? And at the end of the day, it don't shock me if Paul Mooney on the down low, you know. And his wife says Richard Pryor widow said he is. So hey, it is what it is. But if he out here touching kids, then he gonna be in that class, you know. But he lived his life. He had a lot of success. But really, nobody want to go out like Bill Cosby, you know what I'm saying? And nobody want to go out the way Paul Mooney may go out. But we'll see, man. Next couple days, we'll see what happens. If Richard Pryor Jr. come out and say something to kill it or give it validity, or if he just ignore it, then I think the story kind of die off a little bit. But if he come out there and kill it, then, you know, Paul Mooney can continue to live his best life. You feel me? But let me know what you think. I linked the articles in the description, and I linked old girl Twitter, his widow's, Richard Pryor's widow's Twitter description. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business questions, car response, your video requests. Keep sharing the videos. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV. We gone.